Hello, Weebs and Normies. Welcome to the Anime Club. I'm Graham.
And I'm George.
All right, George. I don't know what to expect with this next episode. Like, there's just so many fucking random things happening. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I feel like any prediction could be totally wrong. And even if I did, there's only negative stuff I could possibly predict. So,
yeah, this Okabe, he's in the bad timeline, dude. He is having a tough time of it. The other Okabe in this other timeline too that he just got out of was also the bad timeline. There really is only one good one.
There really is. Yeah, everyone else is suffering.
Yeah, exactly. If our theory of thirds holds true, this should be like a new little arc here that we're going to be starting.
Right.
We'll see what comes of it. I guess the first third established kind of all the stuff. I guess now is when we're going to start building up to the climax, and then I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Setting up dominoes while kind of going throughout a little bit of arc. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. There's still a lot of suspicion towards both professors. The one blonde dude, he freaking walked into an alley or a hallway rather that leads nowhere.
Yeah,
and disappeared.
Like, what?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm still super sus of the other professor.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all freaking weird, man. They're all hella sussy.
Yeah, I think I want to say she's the one that's in the helmet when they got attacked.
No.
It's hard
Remember,
to say.
It was the one girl who hurt her wrist, the cosplaying girl.
Oh, that's right. They planted that as well.
The kick from Suzu.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, yeah, I can't come. And they're like, what happened to your wrist? She's like, oh, me. I just hurt it.
Do you think that's a misdirect?
It could be, but we can't know that, though. That's the thing, right?
Yeah, because the professor, they were like walking away that one time up the stairs. And then she looked back kind of in a very sus
for
way.
Sure. I mean, they're both sussy for sure, but like they're for two totally different reasons, right? Like at least from the evidence we have right now, it's pretty likely that the cosplaying girl is the
helmet. Yeah, I had forgotten about her wrist stuff, but you're right. Yeah, and she's like, I tripped, or she gave kind of a whitewashed answer that you're just like,
You're just like, all right, yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah.
Sure. So either the show wants us to believe that and they're going to pull the rug from under us, or it's clear that that's the way it is.
Yeah.
All right.
And, and what's-her-face is offline or something? Amadeus? Yeah.
That's right, Amadeus. Something. Oh, yeah, Amadeus called him, and then he got sent to the other timeline, and then he got sent back from Krisu.
But Amadeus, she was like, help me, or something like that. A cry for help. Okay.
So
all right, well, I say we go forward and figure it out. Right.
Let's check it out.
Press forward through time. He's back.
In a hospital?
In a hospital? Yeah, what?
Are we going to learn what happens when he goes out of a timeline?
I don't. Bro, at least put on the slippers are right there. Did he properly escape the timeline? Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay, he's back.
Oh.
Oh, frick.
No way.
Dude, you remember we were just speculating about this. I was saying that there must be only one timeline, and all the other ones, all the other ones cease to exist, but they don't cease to exist. His consciousness goes away, and the other Okabes, but I don't know, that doesn't. Then how could it be?
How could it be that in the other timeline they have memories of him being?
Things were happening up to the point where he went into the head of that Okabe. And he replaced him essentially. And then now they're saying wait a second, you left your consciousness, your body collapsed, and then you came back. Wait, what? So does that mean when he travels out of his body, he leaves that timeline and just collapses on the frickin' floor, And then that timeline keeps going with a collapsed Okabe. And then the new timeline gets this like freaking copy paste over top of the existing one.
The existing one, yeah.
So
and
that
then when
one
he leaves
effectively
that one,
is dead. And so when he leaves, that collapses too to the ground? Because technically, this Okabe that he is right now, that collapsed to the ground, was an Okabe that was overwritten at some point, right? Like, this is not the OG, I believe, right?
You're correct. Well, wait, so he went back in time and he tried to save Krisu, but failed. But he went back in time within his own timeline, right? It's not at a point in which he's shifted. Not like the big, convergence shift, but shift within the same attractor field timeline, right?
Right.
So it could be that, yes, there's a bunch of ragdoll Okabes just freaking out there. It could also be that there's like a little like seed of consciousness, for lack of a better term, and when it leaves, like the seed's still there, and then over time, like it blooms, and maybe there's like a blackout, and he doesn't remember like what happened, for a week or however long it takes him to like come back, but he like reawakens, even though the OG consciousness has like shifted away or something.
Okay, but you have no basis for thinking that like he would come back to himself. It just seems like a big stretch.
Yes, the only reason why I think that is because like there's a bunch of Okabes out and about doing things.
Right, for sure. So, I mean, there's a bunch of Okabes that exist, but then there's one Okabe that's got the reading Steiner that goes and overwrites a random Okabe. He just like injects himself inside and effectively mind kills the other Okabe.
Yes, but so do you think like when he leaves that timeline, that Okabe just is dead?
Sure,
for lack of a better term.
I mean, the only thing we can assume is that's the case because that's what just happened here.
But I feel like he's like left and come back to timelines before. Right, because isn't that all that they had to do?
I don't think so. This is the first time
consecutively.
Ever.
Yeah, because like so they had like the OG timeline, right? And he started diverging, and then to like go back to the beginning,
right. You're right.
They had to like start, jumping back, and it's not like, well, maybe he jumped literally back in time to where he diverged, maybe, but it doesn't seem like it's that precise. It seems like he goes back to that same timeline, maybe not necessarily at the exact same time of the mind jump or whatever.
Yeah, because so this is so complicated. So he was in his original timeline. Then he shifted to one where Krisu dies.
Yes.
And then, he was in his original timeline where Krisu
shifted
dies.
To one where she lives.
And then he shifted to one where she lives, where Maiuri dies.
Yes.
And then he shifted within that same Maiuri dying.
Yes.
And then he went back
here's another theory for
back.
you once you're done. Yes. Yeah.
So then... But how did he do that? How did he go back? He was going back in time to send his memories.
Yeah, he was essentially doing it by undoing the D-mails.
So okay, but like she was going back and shifting at the same time, right? So he was rewinding and shifting over, right? This was just a lateral shift.
Was he rewinding and shifting? Or
because he put on the helmet, right? No, he put on the helmet.
Well, like think about the text that turned the Shrine Maiden guy into a girl. I forget his name. Okaro, something like that.
Ruka.
Or like Ruka, that's what it is. Or the text that changed the place Akihabara from like the cutesy thing into like a more business center thing. he didn't go back in time. He undid the act. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like he made it so that it wasn't, because especially with the one where the changing of the genders, he essentially
Yeah, you're right. Because he basically left those timelines. Then he was in them for a little bit, these other timelines. Then he undid it and he went back.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And so he did have a lateral movement there as well, actually.
Yeah, because he sent the D-mail, or it's basically like, eat beef or whatever it was, do this diet, and it's like, actually, never mind, don't do it. And
but he didn't collapse. He just continued to automatically just.
So this is what I was gonna say. I wonder if it's different with it, if there's no collapsing within the same convergence field, but if you go to a completely different one, there is. Because right now, he left this one where Maiuri lives to the one where Maiuri dies.
And he came back.
And he came
same
back.
One.
To that same one.
So within the same timeline, and
maybe there's no collapsing, but within timelines, maybe there is. I don't know. That's another theory.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
going.
not sure what to make of it. So
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah. Oh, she's in the hospital too? I don't remember what for.
So they said just a minute ago, Ocarine wasn't the only person who collapsed. What?
I mean, aside from the reading signer, I don't know what else it could be. Maybe it's unrelated. Maybe it was something else and we're reading into us too much.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's go back and rewatch this. All right, we're back. We watched a little bit of previous episodes just to wrap our head around what they were talking about here. We kind of get the gist of it. So it seems like one thing we glossed over last episode, because it was such a small little thing, was we avoided the takeover, but it's being restored. So something happened that they're kind of like alluding to here with a takeover of the AI, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, she thought someone was taking it over.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Oh, what dream? No way. She has a reading signer as well? Oh! Yes, she was at the cafe! Dude! What is this, like, timeline entanglement? Yeah,
dude, what?
Dude, she has it as well. There's no way.
Yeah, what the heck?
Bro, how long are you gonna keep this, like, so to yourself?
Something I need you to look into.
Is Russia testing nukes? It's not nukes.
Yeah, right.
Oh, jeez.
The thief broke into her room.
I don't know if here's that safe, though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're kind of like dropping big plot events that have happened and not really even expanded on at all. Like she had someone break into her room?
Break into a room, yeah. That's like, what they said at the hospital, right? Like a thief broke in. I don't know what for or why. I'm sure that's going to come later. Like she's going to find something missing or something. But like, how does this thief know? Again, I'm sussy of the professors. Like, how does the thief know where she's at? Right? Like which hotel she's at.
Yeah.
And the room.
So weird. This is
I guess they could have been stalking her, but
this says Daru application.
Oh.
What the heck? It says Rhine, which is a play on line, which is the messaging system that like most Japanese people use.
Okay.
But I don't know why it says Daru application. That's weird. But
maybe Daru made like an OS for a specific OS for the phone or something. I don't know.
Nothing to report. It's also very funny that they have stickers or
of themselves
in anime form in their chats. All right, very cool.
I noticed that.
Oh,
who is that? Oh, she's right here. Okay,
she's here. She's still.
I've been here for a while.
You make me feel invisible. You hurt my feelings.
Pout.
She's still the same old Moika.
Oh my gosh, just speak.
They're
oh my
talking
gosh,
to each other
dude.
like this.
Okay, this is like the most. Oh, you're gonna need it in the future, buddy. But this is the most determined we've seen them all show.
Yeah, right. All right,
trap?
We got a fired up Okabe, man.
Yeah, finally. My gosh.
What? Let's go.
Take a bath together.
Let's go. She's a soldier.
Yeah. It did and then changed back.
How did she pick up on this? What?
Jeez, like, she'd never shoot him. Like, this is more of a bluff, but still. Pandora of Eternal Return, Pandora's Box.
Oh no. Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. I just
she's
thought...
picking it up.
Yes. Right, okay. That's why she's so freaked out right now, because she's like, has it been changing? Because I'm seeing the signs that things may have been changing. She's freaking so smart, dude.
How ironic. She had a time machine, but never enough time.
Right? Oh. It's too late, yeah. Oh no.
You have a time machine though, it can't be too late.
No, because if they come with their time machines to where you are, you're fricked, right?
You're right.
All they have to do.
But she wouldn't know this, but in this timeline, no one country gets timeline supremacy, right? That's how they avoid. That's why the other timeline, CERN is the one that gets it, right?
Right. Yeah.
But she wouldn't know this. She has no way of knowing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
She missed, right?
I think it was a shoulder wound.
Oh,
what a shot, dude!
That's
oh my god!
Do that. Oh man! Oh man, she's good. Oh no! Oh.
Oh. Okay.
でも無理やりオカリに連れてったからってそれでうまくいくわけ
Man, to be her right now and feel so helpless.
それを僕らは研究してるわけっしょたまには父さんの言うことを素直に聞いてほしいのだぜ任せてって絶対に何とかしてみせる何しろ
Dang, dude.
スーパーハッカーなのだぜ
Oh.
Bro. To be her, man, and to know what's coming.
Yeah.
And to feel so helpless.
She's all by herself, man. She's trying to fix the whole thing herself.
Yeah.
タイムマシンを使わずに未来を変えることはできないのか。
難題ね。
Oh, he just heard
boy.
it.
He's spooking himself.
そう言うよな。お前なら。
Oh boy.
He's got the better Krisu AI in his head.
True.
同時に法王院京馬も復活するわけ。不死鳥の名は伊達じゃない的な。中二病オツ的な。
Little do they know, dude, this already happened in
Yeah.
another timeline. Oh, man.
もし途中で電池が切れたら。
さあ、制御を失ってイベントホライゾンの向こうから永久に戻ってこられないとか。
縁起でもないことしたらダメだお。
At least she gets to spend time with her dad.
どんな場所なのかな。
True. Not being rained down with bombs
永遠に
for now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Password?
Deuce. Come to me.
Aww.
So she has her laptop. Interesting.
Yeah. Why is she saying Amadeus' name there? I don't know. There's so many questions. So
I
many
think it's
questions,
because-
George.
Yeah, I think it's because they're gonna look in the laptop and see, like, what did she have some stuff written down about time travel, and then because she must have something because she was going to present something to her dad the day she died.
Yeah,
So
she's
she
got
must-
some data. Like, that's her laptop there. And it seems like
Yeah.
she's got a login and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
her data's got to
So-
be there.
So Amadeus has the theory. Well, when was Amadeus made? Maybe Amadeus doesn't have the full-fledged theory as much as, you know, it would be to go into a paper and write it as she did. But maybe
Right.
it's got, you know, the baseline things, and then they're gonna build on top of that base.
Right.
But yeah, Amadeus has key information that they need to figure out the time travel stuff. The question is, like, do Russia and do the Americans, do each other know that they're both looking into time machines? Or
At
is it
some
just
point,
like,
they know because they start fighting each
Yeah.
other while they're doing it
yes, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
before any
Good
of
point,
them
actually.
gets the upper hand.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. So that must mean they never get full time travel, not as much as Okabe does.
Right.
Huh. Dang, a lot happened. A lot just happened right now.
So much information dropping, and
Yeah.
holy frick. It's hard to put it all together across the timelines and figure
Yeah,
it
there's
out.
so much. So
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, Suzu seems more desperate in this timeline than she did the other one.
Yes. Well, I think in the other one, she doesn't come back in time, does she?
Yeah, of course. She comes back from the dystopia
In the
from
CERN?
CERN. Yeah, of course.
She does come back in the soap from CERN.
I mean, like, everything we know is
Yeah.
from the season 1 is from that other timeline, right?
Yeah. She does come back from.
Yeah. So she comes back in both. It's just in this
Why
timeline
is
she
she-
seems extra heated.
Mm,
Right?
yeah.
That being
Yeah.
said, this is a point in time, like, down the timeline that we never got to see in the other timeline. So it's possible she got just this desperate in the other timeline as well.
Actually, it's because she forgot she had memory loss. Remember?
Yes.
And then after the end, she's like,
But this
I
was
failed,
like
I
6
failed, I
months
failed.
to a sure, but this is like 6 months to a year ago in the other timeline, right?
Yeah. So we have in the CERN timeline though, when she's a part timer, she's like, I gotta do this one thing, but I don't remember what it is. Isn't that what her thing was?
No. When she was a part-timer, she knew. She was always like aware of what was going on. There was a point where she went way back in time to like make a change, but something had happened with the time machine. She lost her memories, and she didn't gain her memories until Okabe's time when she was an old lady. Right? She went really far back.
That's what I'm remembering then. Okay.
Right, then lost her memories.
Okay.
And then there's another one of her that became a part-timer that hadn't gone back or hadn't gone back yet.
And what was her specific mission when she came back?
To get Okabe to come with her and change the past.
Okay. Yeah, so it's essentially in any timeline she can't escape it. She's always the one that has to go back and help Okabe.
She's the one that goes back, and she's the one who has to get Okabe to do the stuff, and Okabe is always resistant to that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad we're watching 2 episodes because I want to see what's next.
Yeah, I feel like this next is going to be a cliffhanger, but I guess we'll find out.
Probably. I think you're right.
Okay.
But okay. A stick of cheese?
No.
Or a cracker?
You see me eat these all the time, actually. That's the little like shiny wrap thing that I open up, and there's the 2 little bars. But the ones I have are chocolate. These are the vanilla ones. This is Calorie
Party?
Calorie Party is what they call it here. These are delicious, and they're filled with like all sorts of vitamins. They're basically like vitamins, like a multivitamin.
Oh, it's like a protein bar.
In a little bar.
Protein bar. Okay.
Yeah, it's not really like a protein thing per se. It's just got like vitamins. It's like a big vitamin thing. Yeah, it's delicious.
Okay. Yes. Very true. You literally can't. Wait, what? Is she leaving the laptop right now in some random locker?
Yeah, it's like a handoff locker. You can basically hand off something like that. I don't know what's going on, man. It's freaking...
Yeah, I thought she was gonna like try and figure out her password and get in, but...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes. 進歩であることこそが真理へ近づく秘訣であるというだろう。誰の言葉です？私さ。
I knew it. I knew he was gonna say that's my own quote.
さあ、ではメーリングを始めようか。はい。
Pandora of Provable Existence, Forbidden Cubicle. Dude, I don't know what any of these titles ever mean.
アマデウスが無事復旧したの。
そうか。
どうする？まだテストを続けるなら再設定してもいいけど。
Not the same after getting a taste.
Yeah.
Oh,
poor Okabe.
マユシーが来ればあの人を呼んでくれると思ったんじゃないかな。
あの人？
お掃除軍曹さんです。
Oh my gosh. It's herself? Oh. It's her. She came and Okabe didn't even know?
Nice, kind of. Oh my gosh. Yeah, what the heck? Oh my gosh.
Bro.
Okay.
Okay, I'm glad we're getting back to like some of the good stuff though. Freedom from locker tonight. What else did it say?
I'll contact you when analysis is complete. Something's going on that she's not talking about.
今日は男子禁制。今日はダメにゃん。
男子禁制？そうにゃ。今日行われる作戦は。にゃん。
A sleepover? Oh my god.
Cinderella Girls secret party.
Let's go!
Dang, dude, she went all out with the sweets.
Yeah, right? I love how Moika's in lingerie for some reason.
Yeah. What? My gosh, bro.
Oh my gosh. This is some classic anime fan service.
This is
here.
anime stuff right here, man.
That is classic anime fan service. Wow.
Oh, she still has those tendencies in this timeline.
Ah. Ooh, a little taste of her own medicine right there. Dang.
I think she likes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, dude. She catching feelings for Okabe?
I wonder. Or maybe she's like, why are you able to move forward but not me?
That's another option too, yeah. What's she hiding, dude?
Yeah, right? Seriously. That's true. That's true. I remember that.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's the man, that's freaking something I don't think about very often is like internet memes used to be something that only specific internet like people knew. Like only the people who stayed in the room and stayed on the internet all day knew about the memes and the jokes and stuff. All your bases belong to us. And now it's just like normal. Like everybody knows.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. Crazy.
So they literally basically went on a date just now.
Basically.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh boy, what's gonna happen here? This is like right
I
at the
was
end of the
gonna
episode.
say.
Oh no.
And he's coming to the same room.
Timeline movement, maybe?
They're taking their sweet time to go up each flight of stairs.
Dude, this is such a different Okabe. He's like a hardened, freaking serious Okabe.
You know who could? Okabe.
Oh. Yeah, no kidding.
There's a little bit more going on here. Oh, what's she gonna say?
Her laptop, okay. Right?
Think so? Yes, okay.
So she was lying before.
Yeah, with all her research.
Oh. Who did she give it to?
Oh, that's why she put it out in the locker so no one could get it. Oh no.
I knew it. Oh, frick. This is it.
Oh boy.
It's happening.
そのパソコンに収められているであろうデータは両国が最も欲しがっているものだ。第三次世界大戦の引き金となるものなんだ。
Who has it? Who has it? At least tell us that, show. At least tell us that.
They're not gonna tell us.
Dang it, dude.
Oh no, frick. Oh. So okay, the Russians have this data already.
Yes.
Right? Because
they have the paper.
They have the papers that the dad got and then he brought to Russia. So then I made the assumption a little bit ago that he tried to publish these papers to the scientists and they laughed him out of the room. And then my assumption was, well, they would still have access to the papers, right? But he must have presented them and then they said, whatever, that's dumb. And then he took them, right? And they didn't have them anymore because I guess the assumption is he just is able to take them somehow, right? And so they don't have it anymore. So now America's like, well, we want access to this. So America has tried to take Kagari because somehow they know that she's from the future, I guess, somehow. But the other thing is they're like, well, if we can't have Kagari, we'll get Kurisu's notes because we figured out that this guy went to Russia and is now helping Russia make time machines. We got to make our own. They'll get the information from there. And then she's basically given this to someone she trusts.
But it's going to end up in the wrong hands.
Yeah, it's going to end up in the wrong hands. And this is how things get launched off. And this is what's going to spur Okabe into action now.
Yeah.
Right? His hands have been forced.
Do you think the Americans could have mistaken Kagari for Kurisu? Because, like, the reason I asked that is because they went after her, tried to get her, and they've, like, now seen her up close, I guess, so to speak, and they haven't attempted again, right? Like,
maybe. I think
it seems to me, with someone with the resources of the American government and, like, the CIA or the Department of Defense or whoever this, what was the organization that they looked up? DERPA, yeah, like, if they're funded by the Department of Defense, like essentially they have like an endless money and stuff. It seems to me someone with that many resources would just go now to the shrine. Like the shrine is not that safe of a place, right? So
sure. I think they played up the fact that it has like pretty good security, but
maybe we're supposed to accept that she's safe for now or something.
Right. I think that to kind of counterpoint with your own point, they have so much resources. There's no way that they don't know that Krisu's not dead. Like Krisu is American. They would know that she's dead, right? Like it's a known quantity. It's public knowledge that she has passed away. So there's no way that they would mistake her for Krisu. They know it's Kagari and they've been looking for her for a long time too, right? She's been kind of on the run to some degree.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's a good point, actually.
So
yeah, it just seems wild to me that she's at the shrine right now and she's safe, but maybe the show wants us to just accept that and move on, which okay, whatever.
Right.
Dang. She's having someone try and decipher it, huh?
Yeah, so they're going to get it and now World War III kicks off. This is going to be very bad. Things are going to spiral out of control very soon after this point. Like this, we're hitting a point very soon where things are starting to get freaking crazy. And
do we know? Do we know when it starts? Like the date? Like, because isn't it?
I don't think so. If they have said it in the past, we certainly weren't paying enough attention to that.
I want to say it was in like the 2030s or something, but maybe that's just when Suzuha comes from. She comes from that because she's been
Right.
she was born and grew up and,
Right. She's
however
from
old
way
she
in
is
the
now.
future. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's what it is.
I mean, for sure, like something's going to happen really soon. It seems like the second half, maybe we were thinking that maybe this would be divided into thirds, but it seems a little bit like it's being divided a bit into almost halves potentially.
Yeah. We're at episode 10 here. Dang,
we have like,
dude. You were right. This is a freaking cliffhanger, man.
I knew it, dude.
We won't
when
know.
The last one
week.
wasn't that cliffhangery, I knew this one was definitely going to be a big cliffhanger.
Yeah. Huh.
So it is what it is.
Who do you think she sent it to? It wasn't the professor, the blonde dude, because he was right there, and she could have just given it to him.
Yeah. It could have been the other woman. The other professor lady.
Yeah, but like, why not hand it to her directly, right?
She's gone. Didn't she go back to America? That was like her last day.
Oh,
she wanted to see
maybe she went back.
Hyojo before she went back.
Yeah. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, so we know that she's sussy AF, right?
Yeah.
She's up to no freaking good. And then she sent it to her who she trusted, but she's an agent, man. She's compromised.
Yeah.
So that's what's probably happened. And you know what? She probably got information from Amadeus when it was down and learned about the laptop, and then now has taken advantage of the situation to get access to the laptop. Probably something like that.
Yeah.
Right? If they have their own version of Amadeus that they can like lie to and get to talk, then
Yeah, maybe the whole point was to like make a working copy, and that's why they took it down.
Right.
Or something.
Right. Yeah, because we still don't know what that was all about. They're like obfuscating that information and then just pretending like it's not a big deal. And then later they're gonna be like, so here's the grand freaking reveal of all the things that we've been telling you have been happening but haven't explained, and how they're all freaking connected. I just know it.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's 100% how it's going to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay. So they're likely what they're doing is with the research that's on the laptop and the memories of Amadeus, they're going to connect the dots as best as they can. They're never going to get to the full-fledged time machine, but close enough.
Right, because on one side, on the Russian side, they have her papers, but they don't have Krisu. They have her father, and he's like fine, he's smart, but like he's not Krisu. Like this was her idea.
Level.
That's why they're not able to do it perfectly. And then on the other side, we have Amadeus and the laptop notes, which is essentially the papers, right? And so they don't have Krisu, and we've established that the AI is not quite as smart and clever and into and confident that the time travel can be done, a time machine can be made. So we have two incomplete parties fighting each other to try and make a time machine. They're experimenting, they're hitting some things, they're changing the past, and they don't really know. And so, therefore we see it with the reading Steiner, but they don't know that the past is being kind of changed. This is where all the tests happen. But in the other timeline, Krisu is alive, and she gets conscripted into CERN. CERN uses
and that's how they managed to do it. Yeah.
That's how they make their time machine. But without Krisu, a time machine really can't be made as well. Now, we don't exactly know what's going on, I guess, with Suzu and her like legit time machine. How did that get made? Right?
I think Daru and Okabe and all of them finally figure it out.
They figure it out
way in the future. Yeah.
Yeah,
because that's what she said.
Point.
Like this was made by my dad or whatever.
That's a great point, actually. Yeah. So Daru eventually figures it out, and whereas the other two government agencies couldn't. He's a super hacker after all.
All the credentials you need.
That's right, baby. Yeah. So so he
to be
figures
fair
it
to
out.
Daru too, like he doesn't make in the past like a full-fledged timeline, but he does make the ability to send emails to the past.
True.
Or
that's
the
a good
future
point.
or whatever. So
Yeah,
it's like
that's a great
partial
point.
time machine, right?
Yeah,
I think
he is as much of a genius as Krisu is, to be honest.
Yeah, like Kirisu's thing was the whole wasn't that like a big breakthrough for her being able to like send your mind like
right? She was like, if we compress this into a black hole basically and send it over, yeah. Yeah, they were on the same kind of thing. They were just doing it very differently. And Daru was doing it for fun. At some point, Daru kicks into freaking gear, and he's like, all right, this needs to be freaking made. Right?
True.
So,
True.
Right. He's too busy gawking at freaking little girls half the time. And
oh my gosh, this freaking guy, man. Daru.
Yeah, freaking Daru, man. Daru. And his own daughter, to be fair, too, as well.
Yeah, jeez, freaking guy.
So, yeah. So at some point, he kicks into gear. But yeah, this is getting interesting. Things are really, this last one, things are just about to pop off. I would say in the next 2 episodes, things are going to get freaking crazy.
Yeah. I was getting a little bit worried when they started doing the whole cleaning thing. I was like, no, please don't make this into like a filler episode where you're going to spend the rest of the thing.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but it was like way less filler than I was expecting. I was thinking like, oh no, they're gonna like do the rest, like 10 minutes of like this little bit of cleaning and
the little bit they were doing,
yeah.
And then they did the sleepover and stuff like that. They had to get the fan service in there, so you know.
True. You gotta get the fan service.
Yeah, you gotta get the fan service. It's anime. So yeah, it was. I thought they would probably go like, is the rest of this episode gonna be filler? But nope, it was a bit filler. There was a bit filler, but
bit of filler, but good. Meaty information left out the most key part of it, unfortunately.
Sure, yeah. So, well, I mean, to be fair, the fan service was pretty meaty. So,
oh my gosh, it was fleshy. I'll give you that.
Oh, they really fleshed out the characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Very true.
All right. Well.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this reaction. These 2 episodes they popped off. The whole rest of the series, I feel, is going to start popping off, like you said, Graham. But if you want to see this series 2 weeks ahead of time, go ahead and check out the Patreon and or the channel membership. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It helps us a lot so we can keep making more reactions like this. But with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Everybody.
Take care.